Jaguars left tackle Cam Robinson officially signs his franchise tag. So on March 8th, right before free agency began, the Jaguars went ahead and placed a franchise tag on Cam Robinson for the second year in a row. Now, this franchise tag is $16.6 million guaranteed for Cam Robinson, and it is essentially a 100% guaranteed 1 year deal is essentially what it is. And the Jaguars have until July 15th to take that away and sign him to an actual long-term deal that Cam Robinson does agree to. So with this, a lot of people were kind of discussing, because as it was lingering and over a month went by without Cam Robinson signing the franchise tag, a lot of people were worried that, hey, he might not sign it. And what do we do then? I wasn't one that thought that he wouldn't sign it. And while players don't really like franchise tags, they don't like it for one reason. It's because obviously it's a lot of money for 1 year. I mean, it's good. It's all guaranteed and stuff like that. But the thing is, if Cam Robinson were to go out this year, have a really bad injury where it's a career ender and he never played football again, this would be the last bit of money he ever gets. A lot of players like those 3, 4, 5 year deals that have the large guaranteed money in there with also money on top of that, to allow them to get more earnings over a long period of time. And it also gives them a little bit better feeling to know that, hey, this is my home for a while. This is my place. I'm going to be playing here, I'm pretty much insured to be playing here for a while. So with Cam Robinson, he's not super happy about it. He kind of let it be known on Twitter just because the Jaguar was throwing money at Christian Kirk, Brandon Sheriff, Aluakin. They're throwing money at everybody, Evan Ingram, but they didn't want to pay a guy in their own house that, Cam Robinson probably feels like he deserves that money, some of that money that was being thrown around. But the Jaguars decided against it, and we'll see what the Jaguars do wind up doing. Now it is how does this affect the Jaguars' future? Now, there is obviously no need for a tackle in 2022 because the Jaguars right now have Walker Little, Cam Robinson, and Jawan Taylor, who Jawan Taylor has been starting the last 3 years. So they have a bunch of tackles. However, when you look ahead, a lot of times when you do roster management, you have to not only look at the current year, but you have to look at years later. And in 2023, both Jawan Taylor and Cam Robinson will be unrestricted free agents. So really all that leaves us is Walker Little. So what do the Jaguars want to do? Do they want to make sure that Cam Robinson is their career guy, like a guy they want to give a long-term deal to? And it's known that it feels like coaches and the front office likes Cam Robinson a lot more than a lot of the fans do. I think the fans just want an elite guy there instead of just somebody that's solid, because Cam Robinson, he's not a bad player. He's just not over the top. And obviously the Jaguars, we want to get better and we want to see, great Pro Bowl players play for us. And Cam Robinson is not a Pro Bowl caliber player. So there's always room for growth right there. So another big question is, does this affect what the Jaguars do at number 1 overall? Does it rule out a left tackle? I don't think it rules out a left tackle, although I don't think the Jaguars would have been drafting a left tackle anyways, because it feels like the Jaguars are going to go defensive end. I still believe in my heart that it's going to be Aiden Hutchinson. Of course, there is some hype recently about Trayvon Walker. A lot of guys like him just due to his, big, high ceiling. But I do think that it does wind up being Aiden Hutchinson. So we'll see what the Jaguars do wind up doing. Obviously, it's going to be something to monitor. But Cam Robinson officially signs that franchise tag. Jaguars have till July 15th to work out a long-term deal with him. What a long-term deal will do will also help with the cap number, because this is $16.6 million directly to the cap. You're able to relieve some of that if you sign him to a different deal. So we'll see how it all plays out. Let me know what you guys think of the Jaguars of Cam Robinson signing the franchise tag. It looks like we have a pretty stabilized offensive line right now. The only question mark is probably at left guard, although I believe it will probably be Brandon Barch and then Tyler Shatley at center. And we'll see how this offensive line moves forward going ahead. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go Jags. Drop a like. I already said this, but go Jags.